Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakar Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And I say shalom to you Akim out there. And this is in the news on the Dow Jones on this June the 16th, 2022 at 5:33 p.m. Central Time. And this is going to be a sit-down lesson in the news in regards to the Dow Jones. And this is a news article from the NPR.org, and it was published on June the 16th, 2022 at 4:53 p.m. And this is published by Dave Gora. And the highlight of this news article from NPR.org business in regards to the stocks exchange, the Wall Street. And it reads, the Dow Jones sinks below 30,000 as fears about a recession continues to grow. It says a recession fears are gripping Wall Street a day after the Federal Reserve announced its largest rate hike in decades. The Dow Jones Industrial sank more than 700 points in the negative range below 30,000 points for the first time since January of 2021. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 slumped more than 3%, while the industrial NASDAQ lost more than 4%. Right, because I believe yesterday the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones had a good gain from yesterday from the previous days of its having major losses. Now, I believe the Federal Reserve, the Feds of Federal Reserve, they raised the interest rates, the highest of interest rates increasing had been in decades, as I was reading through the article. But continuing on, the Federal on Wednesday raised interest rates by 0.75%, pointing its biggest rate hike since 1994, as escalates its fight against inflation, right, with the hyperinflation. It says the Fed Chair Jerome Powell indicated the central bank was ready to deliver a similar siege increase at its next meeting in January, if needed, in order to cool down prices. The rates hike are bound to raise borrowing costs across the economic, from the cost of mortgages to bank loans. The average rate for the 30-year fixed rate mortgage is now down 5.7%. That's the highest has been since 2008. And it says the impact of the rate hikes will take a while to filter through the economy. That means markets could remain under pressure, extending a miserable year in Wall Street. Both S&P 500 and NASDAQ are in bear market territory. When the index fell below 20% or more than its recent high, and the Dow Jones could soon jump them in hitting that milestone. While the apparent is that the amount of uncertainty in the markets are very high, says Michael Purse, CEO of the Tall Backing Capital Advisors. That uncertainty is a natural reflection of the inherent conflicts and babble in central banks, policy says. It says shares of tech companies were especially hardest hit. Microsoft closed down 3%, and Apple was 4.5 lower. I mean 4.5% lower. The electric car maker Tesla was off 8.5%. Meanwhile, the cryptocurrencies continues to tumble, and Bitcoin, I meant to say Slovakia, is trading below 21,000. It's down more than 50% this year. So yeah, I was mentioning this on my previous video in regards to the Dow Jones was consistently crashing, going downhill. That we kind of figured that it was going to be a continued trend, even though it had rebound yesterday with more gains. But it's going to be continuing to go up and down, and until the Federal Reserve, they had the interest rates, they had increased it, and they've been like that since decades. So expect to see an up and down slope with this the Wall Street, and then it's definitely affecting the economy as well too. Like I mentioned before, with the skyrocketing of hyperinflation increasing, I believe from 8.2%, it might be higher than that now, and then with the cost of living constantly consistently going up, the cost of foods and goods, with your light bill constantly going up, your gas bill going up, your cell phone bills, anything that's you pay with bills and stuff like that is consistently going up. With the housing market, it's not in a good shape or form, I believe. So yeah, all these things are increasing. The economy is a sinking ship. So it's definitely with the hyperinflation still going on and the effect, and it is at an all-time high. So expect to see the housing market still tumble down. Because I was reading straight on down through the article, it said it was affecting these companies: Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. So yeah, this with this hyperinflation and everything going up, with the interest rates and the taxes consistently going up, it's definitely affecting these companies and these businesses in a major way. So expect to see it might continue to consistently be able to do that. Especially globally as well too. So with that, this was just another update of the Dow Jones crashing once again. And I hope this lesson was edifying. Through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Al Shah. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Bakar Kadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, pushing this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, pushing this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim that be like unto the speckled bird, pushing this word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, in the news on this June the 16th, 2022, on this Thursday afternoon at 5:04 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until next time, I will say shalom and above.